here are some few tools that I think that everybody with short natural hair should have, especially if you do your own hair. Short hair is regarded as low maintenance. People think that you don't really need much to manage short hair, but you really need certain tools to make your work easier. The short hair you have now is going to be the end of your hair in the future. So at this point, whatever I have here right now, this hair you're seeing here, if I'm able to grow my hair long to this length, this is going to be the end of my hair during that time, and I want my ends to be as healthy as my roots. Now, the first most important tool that I think that everybody growing their natural hair short should have is fingers. Simple, your hands. Your fingertips have the most sensitive, or have one of the most sensitive nerve endings you could ever find in the body, right? Your fingers have the sense of fine touch. It's very specialized, so much that every little thing that touches your finger is able to send a sensation, is able to prompt your brain to let it know what exactly is going on. If you use your hands as your most important tool, what's going to happen is that most of the time, the first thing you are able to tell about your hair is, okay, is it too dry? Is it too wet? Is the moisturizing too much? Did this shampoo over dry my hair? All these things are only going to be detected with the fine nerve endings at your fingertips. They help to create a bond between yourself and your hair. Now, every other tool that I'm going to mention today are all extensions of your fingers. Second on my list are what I call the finger assistants. These tools are close to what your finger would do by combing your hair. So I'm looking at combs and brushes. I have three most important combs that I use, and then two brushes. Well, one of them is a brush and a comb, and then one major brush. What this comb does for me is that it's large, it has long tips, and it's really strong. I've used this comb for maybe 4 years now, and I've never had any issue with it. So this is what I use to comb my hair when I've freshly washed it, or when I need to comb it out when I'm applying conditioner to my hair. So after washing my hair, applying my creams or my oils, the first thing I want to do is to use a large comb to comb the hair thoroughly. It's also very good for detangling. I mean, if you want to use a smaller comb first, you still need to use a bigger comb to detangle your hair before following with a smaller comb. Don't make the mistake of using a smaller comb first before a larger comb. It makes a lot more sense to use a bigger comb first to comb out the hair generally, and then you use a smaller comb to further comb it to make it smoother. Now, the second on my list is this Afro comb. Well, what I like about this Afro comb is that, of course, it still has long tips, but it's able to pick out my hair and fluff it out when I need it the most. If you notice, I'm not able to go through this completely, right? So it doesn't mean force it. As soon as you notice that you can't go through the hair completely, stop and then use a bigger comb. If you try with a bigger comb and you're still not able to come out thoroughly, that should tell you need to check if your hair is too dry, if you need some water, or you need some finger detangling. So you notice that this comb couldn't go through my hair, right? See, it's so difficult. And this, even this, is still not able to fully do the job. So that should now prompt me to touch it. So then why not touch it first? Use your fingers to tell what is going on first before you use a bigger comb and then a smaller comb. So now by touching it, I'm able to tell that my hair is too dry and it needs some moisture. That is when these come in. So I'll need some water to spritz on the hair. Okay, now when I touch it, I can feel the water really doing its job. And I've finger detangled it. Now let's see if the comb is able to go through. Simple, right? Now I can follow through with this if I want. Simple. Even this should be able to go through it. Well, not too much, but still, it does go through it. That should tell you, that's a practical example of what I mean by use your fingers first to tell what's happening with your hair. Okay, if it needs water, you moisturize it. Then you follow through with a bigger comb and then a smaller one. So the third on my comb list is this tail comb. Tail combs are combs with a tail. Some tail combs come with plastic tails and others come with metallic tails. I have found in my experience that metallic combs are better off than plastic combs because metallic combs are able to create really crisp lines for me when I'm parting my hair. So for the parts, I think the metal does a better job. This part, you can see that the tips here are really fine, so they tend to go through smaller hair. If your hair is slightly more longer, like it's still a short natural hair but it's long, you will need to first finger detangle, use your larger comb, use a smaller comb before you come to this comb. So most times I don't start combing my hair with this at all. The only time I use this is when I need a metallic tip to create my parts. Also, I'm able to create parts with this part, and I'm able to comb the little hairs in my front with this comb. Now the brushes. It's so good. I love the bristles. They are very strong, but they are not too hard as well. Well, again, I'm utilizing my fingertips so I can tell the difference between a very hard brush and a soft brush. Okay, so this is not too soft and it's not hard either. I use this to smoothen my parts when I finally made a part with this tail comb. What I mean is that whenever I need a part like this, okay, I come in with this to smoothen the parts for me. I find it very useful when I want to maintain my parts. Also, this brush has been very useful when I want to slick my natural hair. Smoothing my hair properly with gel, it's so useful. The last thing I do with this brush is to just fluff out my hair. There are times where I don't feel like combing my hair and I don't feel like touching it at all, but I don't want to look too crazy, right? So I use this to just kind of lift the hair up a bit and then just smoothen it. I just tap it slightly and then I'm good to go. Now let's come to this. I'm really excited about this. Now this comb has 5 different parts. It has 2 sides with a comb at this part. Then it has this blunt end. And then it has a brush. And then this slight tip here. Now this tip is mostly what I use to part my hair, but I don't use it as much because I have my tail comb which is much longer and it makes a better part than this. So I only use this if I want to make a little part at the front of my hair. Now these 2 little combs serve the same purpose as this one when I said I use this to comb the little hair at my front. So I sometimes use it. Most times I don't, because I feel like this is safer than this because these are really tiny and I feel like they will pull on my edges. Now the brush end is obviously for brushing the edges and then laying it down properly. Now remember what I said, that the brush always creates a really smooth finish. and it's the same principle with this as well. So in terms of brushes, these two are the brush combinations that I use a lot for my hair. Now let's come to the bottles. I use these bottles first for water. There are times where my hair has enough conditioner, it has enough oil, and all I need is to just spritz a little water on it and it's good to go. I love this bottle because it sprays out the hair in thin particles, right? So it gives more room to spread out, and because of that I don't need to spray much to cover all my hair. So this is what I mean. Now if you notice, this sprays a whole large area, so now I'm good to go. The whole hair is slightly moisturized for me and I'm okay. And then this large one, that there are times where I want to do a mixture. So when I want to do my herbal oil treatment, this is what I use. It's large enough, I spray it and it's perfect. Then this last one here, it contains some leave-in conditioner, I have some coconut oil and then olive oil in this combination. So I just shake it, see, then I just apply it to my hair. So these three are my go-to bottles. And then I have this little one here. Well, for this, so I bought this advanced nail mucin. After I used it and it got finished, I was gonna throw this out, and I remember that, oh, I love the way it delivers the contents, so why not use it for my oil container? So this just contains my olive oil that I use to apply to my hair generally. My last tool that I use is this cute little hand dryer. Most times you don't need a dryer to dry short natural hair. There are times where my hair is wet with gel or water or something and I really need to go, so I only use this when I want to slick my natural hair with some gel, or this, I just recently washed my hair and I need to go out. My comb and brush combination, I never go anywhere without them. They're so useful to me. I don't do anything without these. But the most important are my fingertips, my hands, before these comb and brush combination, my spray bottles, and then the hair dryer. Thank you so much for watching this. I hope it was useful to you. Kindly share my video with others, let others know. If you enjoyed this video, kindly leave me a thumbs up. Kindly leave a comment down there below. I'd love to read what you think, and I'll see you in the next video.